Welcome to Stevie's Kitchen. We're going to take two things that we know very well, tuna salad and crab cake, and we're going to make it into one different dish. It's going to be a tuna salad, crab, but no crab cake. We'll figure out the name later. Just tune in with me right now. So we're going to get started with this tuna salad. We're going to start with my favorite tuna, Safe Catch. And I got 6 cans going down here. Again, if y'all remember back whenever I made the tuna salad, my very first recipe here on Stevie's Kitchen, this is just another way to use it. And I kind of came up with this dish because I was sitting here thinking to myself, I'm like, and I'm sure many of y'all come into the same position all the time, like when it comes to eating healthy, you only have so many things in your recipe book. Shameless plug, stevieskitchen.com, plenty of recipes in there. But with that being said, you know, I kind of run into the same thing. And as many different recipes that I make and come up with, you know, on an average week, I'll find myself just coming back to some staples that I know. And so for you guys today, I wanted to try something new. This will be new for me and new for y'all. And two things that I do like and enjoy are my tuna salad that I make, and I'm a big fan of crab cake, especially when you got good pieces of crab in there and everything like that. So I figured, let me do my own version of that. So we got our 6 cans of tuna. The other beauty about this, it's a super quick recipe. So all of our, I'll just call them pseudo dry ingredients because tuna's not really dry. But we got our 6 cans. I have 1 cup of diced onions and 6 stalks of diced celery in here that we're just gonna add in. Get this all a good little mix. Just want this to be incorporated. And as you can, this is probably one of the more simple recipes that I'll make for you. Very straightforward. So now we're gonna get started on the actual wet ingredients that I was talking about. And I'm gonna put a little Asian flair on this one today. Got one thing. Got my mayo. Can't forget mayo when it comes to crab cakes or tuna salad. But I am going to do about a 1/3 cup of mustard. A 1/3 cup of mayo. Tablespoon of Gochujang. Tablespoon of relish. Soy sauce. And a little bit of sesame oil. And 2 eggs, because you're gonna need a binder. So now we got all this in our bowl. Get a little mix. I'll just add in some salt and pepper. So one thing I forgot to mention earlier, whenever the dry ingredients, 1 cup of breadcrumbs. And your breadcrumbs are to act as that binder that you need, that the eggs will bind to, keeps the crab cakes formed. But just like anything, you don't want a bunch of breadcrumb in there because you want more. In our case, it's going to be tuna, but crab, whatever. You'd rather have more meat than breadcrumbs. So that's why I only put a cup in there. And then we'll come in with the rest of our wet mixture. I'm gonna add this in. And then we'll just slowly mix all this together and then start forming our cakes. Cake. What's your favorite type of cakes? If you want to, you probably should get a little bigger bowl, unless you just like living on the edge like me. Just right up to the brim. But you just want to make sure you get all that sauce incorporated over everything, because that's where your eggs are. And whenever you sear these, you want to have a little bit of egg so your cakes stay together. So now I'm just going to go ahead and get my cookie scoop out and just start putting these in the pan, get a nice little sear on them. The beauty is most everything's in here is already cooked, so it shouldn't take too long. We're just trying to cook those eggs that are binding everything together. So you don't want to overcrowd your pan either. Like for me, 3 or 4 will be fine, because I'm gonna press these down a little bit so I don't have super big balls. Cojones. However you want to say it. I don't want big mounds of tuna. I got these on medium to low heat. I don't want to get them too dark on the outside. I'm looking for more of that GBD, golden brown and delicious, effect to them. So you don't want to move them, but still let them cook. So after you put your ice cream scoop of tuna in, I just cut off a little piece of parchment paper to put between that and the spatula. And I'm just gonna flatten them down. Kind of like making a smash burger, but with tuna. So after smashing your tuna cakes, gotta remember what I'm making. After smashing your tuna cakes, just let these sit for about 2 to 3 minutes so they can get a nice sear and they'll be all evenly cooked. And then now you just go in and flip them. Again, I don't want to get them too dark, but they're ready to come off now. Again, this is my first time making these. I can already say from just cooking, I'll probably do maybe a half a cup more breadcrumbs. Just keep a little more binder with them. But once all these come off, just kind of lay them here. Take a little bit of sesame seeds and just sprinkle them over top. So did we decide on a name what to call these yet? Still just gonna crab cake and tuna salad, make a baby. This is what you got right here with a little Asian flair to it. So I'm gonna try one of these for y'all. It's first time making them, so look at that, holds together well. I didn't quite know what to expect whenever I bit into this. But I will say that wet mixture of the mayo and everything like that makes this not as dry as you would think it could be. There's actually a lot of moisture that's in this cake, which is really good. And you do get the gochujang. You have that little spice from that. I think this would pair well with a spicy mustard or sorry, a spicy mayo. But honestly, this is a new way to eat your tuna salad that I think you're really gonna like. Like, I think you're gonna be surprised how much you like this. Like, don't sleep on this recipe. This is a new one that I like. It's definitely getting added to the rotation.